seconds.
It gave you 30 seconds to think about it.
I know. What do you think?
And now you're committed.
Did I accomplish that?
No,
Oh.
we'll talk about that a little bit more after the fact. But I thought about that, and I figured that might alleviate some of the things that you were wanting to do and get done.
Yeah.
All right, Rainier, I'm going to watch my own thing, maybe. All right, fuck you, F5.
We'll talk a little bit more about that later. It looks like we are live.
Yep,
Hooray!
it's a stormtrooper painted in non-standard colors with some
Yep,
crackle laces at the
I
bottom.
put it on some. Yes, I changed my paint scheme again. So,
You know what? I see no problem with having a different paint scheme for every squad.
What's up, Solazar? By the way, if Solazar, did you get your stuff yet? By the way,
We're having comfortable silence till he answers because of delay.
yeah.
So I will feel that we'll be talking about the uncomfortable silence before it happens.
If
oh, those are legit.
Crimson 1919 comes in,
Yeah.
I need his name. He didn't give me his name, so I couldn't send him his stuff. So
Dolazar says, dude, many thanks for the bases.
cool. I want to make sure you got it. I didn't put anything. I didn't put any tracking on it because I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's at the point where they track most things anyways.
Correct.
Just don't have as good. Honestly, assuming you send it U.S. Postal Service, their actual tracking services are pretty much ass. Unless you've got one of those really good postmen or just like, or post people. Let's not be sexist here, John. Who actually care. Yeah, mail carrier.
Mail carrier. I'm going to work on a couple of bottles while we're doing this. I need to.
I
female carrier.
I actually was waiting for something particular that was worth some money, and when I got the
Hey Xander.
When I got the notice that it was delivered and it was not on my doorstep from the U.S. Postal Service, I called up my local post office. I found their number online. I Googled it. So, people, if you have a problem with the post office, with your deliveries, you just call them. Like, they were, and I'm in Chicago, they were actually friendly. I was surprised. They were not belligerent. And they really tried to help me. And one of the things they said to me was, they mark it delivered when it goes onto the van, not when it actually goes to your doorstep, which is very helpful for me now.
Hey, Necro. Actually, Miles, when we are done here, I would like to talk to you about a project, and see about getting you in on it.
I think that's Admiral Akbar hiding out over in the corner there.
Where?
It's a trap.
Oh. No, it's not. I gotta move to raid boss. Hold on.
Oh.
John and I are at a code today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the second time I used it this weekend. I used it once in a role-playing game.
I have that. And I could wait until the main episode when you're like, so what did I do this week?
We do that now.
Yeah.
So what did I do this week?
What'd you do this week?
D&D. As it turns out, like 3 of the people in my group had conflicts, which is unusual. So we just decided to cancel it altogether. Usually we can get away with moving it to another night of the week, but no. So I skipped a week. So my role-playing game, requirements have not been met.
Oh.
Fortunately, we meet again tomorrow night. So, fingers crossed that everybody can show up, although Keith will be coming late. So
Dawn of the Harbinger should be back this week too, so
awesome.
Get that.
We had a shorter episode because the roomie was at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, and traffic was terrible getting back, so we're a little later, but we had a good little session. A little bit of wrap up, a little bit more problems.
Sheep and Wool Festival, is that for like yarn?
Yes.
Okay.
She won second place and 2 third places this year.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah. She consistently gets prizes there, which is cool.
Is she knitting, or is she making yarn or dyeing yarn or whatever?
I'm sure she's knitting. If you've ever seen my Admiral Akbar koozie I put over a cup. She did that. I don't know where he went though.
Losing gifts.
What?
I
It's
have
almost
not.
like I'm moving and trying to start put stuff I don't use all the time away, so I can start taking boxes over there since I can start earlier.
That's
It's
crazy
almost like
talk.
that. I know,
Crazy.
right?
So what else did you do this week, Kathy? Anything besides not roleplay?
Besides that,
I prepped a model for this 5-color challenge that somebody threw out on. Now I don't remember who's actually doing this contest. Somebody on Instagram, and then they posted it on Evier Metal, the Facebook group Evier Metal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't remember who it is, and I went to look for it today, and I could not find any information about it, but whatever, I'm still going to paint it using only 5 colors. My 5 colors that I chose are Reaper Clear Green, Reaper Clear Magenta, Reaper Clear Blue, Secret Weapon Yellow Rust, and Titanium White. And so for white, it also, your primer counts, so I'm just doing a white primer. Which works. So I'm using this little Reaper special edition thing that came in our swag bags at ReaperCon in 2017.
Well, thanks to whoever followed us. I can't see that right now.
What's that?
What?
Someone gave us a follow.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Maybe
hooray!
follower, I
Thank
couldn't
you.
see.
Thank you very much.
That was our everybody
yeah.
dance now. It looks like
So
our
I
alert
selected
box is
my
not
5
showing up.
colors.
Sorry, well, it might have shown up. I was looking for something else. Sorry.
So I selected my 5 colors. I picked my model. I have a base for it.
You have a face for it.
A base.
Oh, they said a face for it. I'm like, I'm hoping you have a face for it.
Ah, that's actually relevant to the movie I watched this week.
And then I've been working on this.
We'll do a quick.
This is the guy that actually I was working on during our. It's gonna be super blurry, I know, but whatever.
It was Banyan who followed us, or as we call it, future roommate.
Your future roommate. Sorry.
In the Twitch stream with you, was it last weekend? Last week? The week before last?
Oh yeah.
Whenever that was. So he's almost done.
Cool.
And then yesterday was Cinco de Archer. Usually the weekend after the first episode of the new season airs, we get together at my friend's house and watch the whole previous season and then watch the first episode. So this year there was a scheduling conflict, so we moved it to May 5th, and we're able to watch the entirety of season 8, The Dreamland, and the first 2 episodes of the new season. And so that's always fun because, margaritas were involved yesterdays.
It's always better being there watching something than being out on amateur night.
Thanks, Metalhead Minis, for the follow.
Do what you want because a pirate is free.
And
we just got raided.
You're a pirate indeed. Being a pirate is all right to be. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
We did. It's good. Rated.
Yay.
We got raided by Metalhead
good
Minis.
on Twitch.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Thanks, Metalhead Minis. We appreciate it. Love you, Lynn. Okay, sorry.
I do love Lynn, actually. Lynn Stahl. I love her.
She's my favorites. Yeah, I've been kind of playing with our alerts a bit and changing them up so they're not the standard ones, so we'll have some weird things pop up.
Oh, remind me, I'll make sure one shows up early in the stream as soon as we get to the main stream. I got something planned.
Do you? I have no idea what's going on.
Of course not. Someone can't give away your plan if you don't tell anyone the plan.
Necron Miles totally quoted Taxi Driver, and I'm just giving him a shout out for that. Are you talking to me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've been drinking because I didn't notice. I've also only seen that movie once a while ago.
What? Once? What the hell's wrong with you?
Yes.
Well, I was 20 when I saw it, so...
I could have been 20 when I saw it. That's a long time ago.
Yes, 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 it is.
John,
Well,
what'd you do this week?
Now. What did I do this week? I worked. Between work and one day of just absolute horrible traffic, that was 2 nights down because end of every month I am no bueno. The last 2 business days of a month I am no good because that's our busy time. Which means I will not be going to Nova Open or if I do, I'll only be going for the Saturday and Sunday because it's the last 2 days of the month, the Thursday and Friday, and I will not be able to get those off. But
well, Saturday and Sunday, that would still be, you'd still enjoy it.
We'll see. But I am going to JohnCon in Wisconsin.
Oh my God, that's awesome! That almost gives me a reason to drive the couple hours north of here.
Well, I figured I could make it with the moving and all, have a little more free cash. So
Free cash.
But
when is JohnCon?
October 5th, I think. God, let me check the page.
Okay, that's far enough in advance. I might actually be able to make a plan for that.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to find it again. But what I did is I played a game of Malifaux on Tuesday down at Third Eye Games. It was against a new guy who was super annoying. Had an unconscious, I think, habit of saying bump all the time in the middle of sentences multiple times, and it was the end of a very long game. Was very, very fucking annoying.
Huh.
And he's playing a way too complicated crew for someone who's never been in a miniature game before, and he doesn't own all the models, so he's proxying lots and lots of stuff. So it was not a good experience.
That's a recipe for unhappiness.
Yep, but the guys there are like, we really want you to try and keep him in. He's kind of interested, and I'll see what you can do.
Crimson 1919 is on, by the way, Gonzo.
Oh yeah,
Crimson 1919, if that's your real name.
What she's getting at is we need you to message us with your real name so that Gonzo can send out your package.
Yeah, I got him. He already said it.
Anyways, sorry to interrupt you.
But yeah, so that was not a super good game, but the Magic players kicked him out and don't want him back, so we're going to try and keep him going. We're just going to rotate through. Maybe he'll get better. He's trying to buy models. I knew I was in trouble a couple weeks ago when he's like, well, this didn't fit perfectly. I'm like, oh no, when you base that, you can put a little rock there and it'll be fine. He's like, what do you mean base it? I'm like, oh my God.
Oh.
I'm not getting paid.
The fresh mind, ready to mold with hobby ideas.
Someone else can. I'm sorry.
Point him at Jim's blog. He has a million tutorials.
Oh, I will see what I can do. But we're going to through him. But he's not a bad kid. He's young. He's getting in. We'll try and keep him invested. We'll see what we can do. And then Friday, since as I got home, Bill Interlight, who's our local henchman, told me I was going to play Chloe, our other new player, one who's a lot more open-minded and going at a more appropriate speed, let's say, this week. So I made a test list for playing against her, something that wasn't too absolutely batshit crazy, because so funny, we're going through and we're testing each one of the strategies for Malifaux this month. There's 5 weeks, 5 strategies, 1 each week. So we know what we're doing in advance, so we can actually test them out. We talk a little about what's good, what's bad, and all that, and then we go and play games. And so he comes by, he's like, oh, it looks like this guy's playing this to try and do this, and this is playing this, because that's what he's got. And John's playing, never mind, let's just keep going. Because he has no idea, I just put models on the table. But yeah, I made up a test list to play, and I played that against one of my locals on Friday night. Took a little long, but it was a good time. It was a lot better than the other game, but enjoyable. And then yesterday was Sewer Bear, and today I got another game of Armada Inn against Banian. He's trying to learn how to play, so we're jumping in that. And hung out with the guys for a little bit. So pretty standard week, honestly.
Cool.
What about you, Gonzo? What did you do this week?
Besides work, did some painting. I tried to paint Wednesday, and that didn't work out very well. Got hung up on some stuff and just had to not do any streaming that day.
I don't feel so bad because I was going to ask you if you were streaming. I was thinking of streaming with joining you, but that was involved in other stuff too. So
No, I did stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was going to stream on Friday, but I went out of town because we had a qualifier yesterday, and I just stayed up with a friend of mine up at her place, so I didn't have a long drive. Let's see. I painted up General Veers and got him completed.
Cool.
So I'll show him when we switch over to the painting cam. I also played in a qualifier with a lot of talented tournament players.
Is
Brett
that your way of saying
Fogel.
you didn't get second?
I did not get second this time. And I didn't. My strength of schedule was one less than what I really needed. I went 3-2, which was still a good record. I only lost to one of our local guys, and I always have a problem with this Craigslist, and Brent Simon. And he's a
I hear he's
player.
pretty good.
Yeah. He's my nemesis, type thing. We joke about it. But Brent Simon, Brett Fogel, Carl Jones, Brendan Shirley, Jeremy Lee. What was it? There were some more. I can't remember. But we had about 20 people. So, I mean, it was a good Shark Tank. I got 6, so I still got points. That's what I was looking for. All I wanted was top 8.
Some points is better than none points.
Correct. I missed, 4th place. There was a lot of 3-2s. And my one opponent hadn't played in 6 months or something, so he went 0-5. So it tanked my strength to schedule, but I can't blame him. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that's the reason why I didn't get as high. My control points were out the roof though.
That's Trevor Christensen crying out in anger because the schedule was mentioned again.
Yeah.
You, Trevor, I know you don't listen.
Yeah, but I mean, it was good. I played against some new stuff. I hadn't played against Scar 3 yet.
Okay. Cool.
So that was
she
fun.
painted?
She was not fully painted. I played.
I'll give him a pass. She's very new and very big.
Yes. I played against Convergence, which was a good fight with Ian. He just got a couple of big whiffs, and then my Skin and Bones just took over everything. Second game was against the Crix opponent, and I lost it even before I played my first turn because he got first turn and he could just get to my back line before I could do anything.
Do you know what John says about that? Tactical John says, "That is not your fault, sir. That is the game failing you."
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I could have done about it.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Mantic has that same problem with a few things, but later.
What else? What other things did I get? Next one was against my opponent that had not played in freaking forever, and just did not know. He played a Signar gun line with gun mages, and I just rammed everything down his throat.
Phrasing?
Right? Are we still doing phrasing?
No.
Nope.
Let's see.
So here you go, Gonzo. Crimson 1918 says instead of strength of schedule, they should just make the percentage of army painted as the first tiebreaker in War Machine Horse tournaments.
People would get the army painted, or at least they pay someone to paint it.
God, I don't care. That's good for the industry.
That. That would be awesome.
I'm down. I don't even have all my armies aren't even fully painted, and I'm down with that. I'm like, sure, do it.
Let's see what else. Then it was against Brent Simon, and I knew it was coming. I just couldn't stop it, so I was just trying to some legitimate tactics just to retweak it. And then the last one was against Scar 3, and it was a good game. I pulled it out, just beat the crap out of his stuff, and then pulled out and got 2, 3, 4, 5 control points in one turn. Because I just ran around and just beat stuff up. Other than that,
I'm dying because everything you just said applies to phrasing.
Yes. Yes. So it was a good one. Like I said, I got 6th place, so still pretty good on the points. I got MomCon coming up, and I need to get into that. And then after MomCon, there's a bunch of other stuff coming up. I'm going to NashCon in June, beginning of June, which is going to be pretty cool because I've never been there, and it's my boy Damon Booker's thing he's doing.
I don't know. I think June in Nashville is going to be anything but cool.
That's true. It's going to be freaking hot as hell. But he's promised to take me. Hey, Legionnaires. Legionnaires was there. He got to play quite a few games.
Oh.
But it was David Booker's going to take me to a lot of local restaurants. That's what I told him. I says, I'll go, but you got to take me to a lot of local restaurants. He's like, yes.
Oh yeah, that's where you go. I mean, crap.
Yeah.
When we went down to the old ATC when it was in wherever it was a couple years ago, we were all at all the local restaurants. Like the first one we went to a couple chains. The second one we're like, here's Taco Rock's local taco place. It was great. Then it's like we ate 2 meals at this local Mongolian grill that was great. You know what's great if we eat there the first day, and on Sunday we're like, we're right near the Mongolian grill. And we're like, well, yeah, we're going back then.
Love me some Mongolian grill. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm out of alcohol. That's no bueno.
Worked on some other couple of projects. Got a couple other things done. Did some War Machine Weekend stuff. Helped out with that. I'm on the committee for that. Other than that, that was about it. What else? I think that's about it.
Oh,
pretty
fair
eventful.
enough.
I'm going to talk about when it comes to media section, I did watch a couple of TV shows, no movies, but I do have a game to review.
Oh, shit.
Oh, cool.
I got a couple things to review.
So we got that coming up. Ooh, my iPad just crashed. Oh, there it goes.
For media section, I've been reading American Gods still, and I just saw the entire season 8 of Archer. Not that I have a whole lot of comments about all of that.
Fair.
I'm not so eloquent in my reviews as John.
I'm not sure that part of that review last week was eloquent.
It was hilarious, though, which is a trade-off.
It's not really wrong either. I've talked to my friends, and the good majority of me and my friends are in agreement that, Infinity War was very good, but not great.
Mm-hmm.
Which may become better. Because, part 2. But, I was maybe slightly inebriated at that point, at least a little buzz, so I get a little more honest when that happens. I hope everyone thought it was amusing, so. People always love the ones where I go negative. That's why I think my Star Wars Episode 3 was everyone's favorite review from the Men of John days, because I was savage.
Well, you a jerk.
And I'm waiting for the new
Star Wars Episode 3. Which one is that?
Revenge of the Sith.
I can't keep track anymore. Oh.
The third of the prequels.
Okay, yeah.
I gave it 4 shots of Kraken.
So, as well you should. And so,
because it could have been fucking good. It was almost there, but there's so much stupid shit.
My one memory of Phantom Menace is as I'm watching Jar Jar Binks on screen, it's not how stupid he is. It was that this character is a direct ripoff of J.J. Jefferson. I
know mine.
I was waiting for that. The whole movie, I was waiting for that.
Well, he'd have been more interesting in the movie. We didn't review that one because we did the machete order, which is where you watch New Hope, Empire, then you watch 2 and 3, then you go back watch Return of the Jedi, and because you don't need.
Although now you throw in Rogue One and.
Well, yeah, you got to watch Rogue One. It's hard to start with Rogue One though. Rogue One's one you just sort of watch. I think you watch, at least up to the end of Return of the Jedi. Then maybe you decide if you go into the new trilogy or you go back and watch Rogue One. Then
where you go. I wonder what Bothans are. See, in my head, when they said many Bothans die in Star Wars, as a 6-year-old, that was not what I was picturing.
Those aren't Bothans. That was the second Death Star. It was the second Death Star.
To me, boffins are like the little things from Toy Story that bounce around, the
No,
little
they're-
aliens.
They're furry, they're very humanoid things that are about human size. It's just they haven't any shown any on the thing because they haven't needed to because they haven't done a movie about the second Death Star plan.
Not like
damn it.
Wookiees, which are, like Yao Ming, size.
Have you guys been seeing all the Solo teasers?
Just the trailers.
Well, so they have a bunch of TV spots and teasers, and Star Wars YouTube channel puts them up. So watch the one where they mentioned that Chewie's 129 years old.
Uh-huh.
Kazan's like, we really do angle the deflector shields, and his co-pilot woman's like, yeah, we should do that, and she's not doing anything. So Chewie just stands up and is like, click, 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 click. This is like, how'd you learn that? He's like, 129 years old? Like, you look great. I have good hopes. I don't think it's going to be a great Star Wars movie, but I imagine it's going to be amusing as crap.
I feel it's going to be very entertaining.
Yeah, I think entertaining is a good word for it. But I need to get more alcohol before the main cast, so continue among yourselves.
Go do that, and I'm going to take a slight break before the main podcast.
That's my cue. Guys, we're going to go ahead and shut down the pre-ramble, start back up the real one. We should be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.